Hi, Grosse Pointe Park. Tim Kolar here with this month's Kolar Express video covering the November City Council meeting. This month, I'm going to walk us through something that may happen at tonight's meeting, while also covering the items on tonight's agenda. So let's jump right on in. Now, as a standard, we have our consent agenda, which usually gets approved at the beginning of the meeting. I'm saying usually, and we'll explain why here. But first, we have our standard items on the consent agenda, our committee and commission reports, our city manager reports, and our public safety report. Our public safety report calls out this month a reminder about package deliveries as the holiday season approaches. So if you see something, say something. Our city manager report notes some of the activity over the last month with some nice additions of communication efforts the city has made. Most of us may recall the Park Scene magazine, which is what we've done to replace the communicator. The city is open to feedback for what residents may also want to see in the spring edition. Now, I'm going to call out the approval of the grant policy, which is currently on the consent agenda. And I'm hoping that tonight that we see this moved off of the consent agenda so it can be properly discussed and acknowledged. Now, the reason for this desire and the public discussion and is a comment on the grant policy and to acknowledge the work and efforts being done here. This grant policy that our finance director created along with our auditor, Yao and Yao, now brings Grosse Pointe Park into compliance with Title II of the Code of Federal Regulations for receiving grant funding. And as we've noted throughout the last year, Grosse Pointe Park has been very successful in applying for and receiving grant dollars from various sources. So this policy is a continuation of the professionalization and maturing of our policies and procedures. It can and will be beneficial to Grosse Pointe Park. So therefore, I'm hopeful that we can give this the proper discussion and acknowledgement it deserves this evening. Now on to the agenda items, where we are first starting with recognition of Detective Pionk's work handling an identity theft crime that occurred. And I can speak from my day job experience, but the work and effort that goes into these matters and how nearly all of them end up with no resolution. But that's not the case here, so a well-deserved recognition for one of our detectives here in Grosse Pointe Park. Congratulations, great work. In the unfinished business section of tonight's meeting, we're going to be getting an update on the priority waste situation. As some may recall, we did unanimously pass a resolution 2 months ago and had some incidents that have been reported by the community, and will encourage that we all continue to use the website, the Grosse Pointe Park website that is, to report issues and concerns as they come up. Looking forward here to seeing what else we may have in regards to numbers and metrics from priority waste this evening. Next, we have the item that will likely draw a crowd tonight. Of course, drawing a crowd here for a good reason. That reason being we have a resolution to honor Defer Elementary School, which was founded in 1924. There was a wonderful centennial celebration 2 weekends ago, and the 100th anniversary will continue to be celebrated by students and staff at Defer for the remainder of the school year. I know Dr. Ream has invited the students from Defer and many of the student leaders to tonight's meeting. Look forward to seeing Dr. Ream and students from Defer here at the City Council meeting tonight. And that's this month's Kolar Express. A few twists this month that hopefully play out nicely in tonight's meeting. As we are now into the holiday season in November, traditionally being the period focused on giving thanks, wanted to quickly note my thanks and appreciation for everyone in the community who continues to use their voices and to express both appreciation of items and also seeking clarification where necessary. Further appreciation and thanks here for all of our city employees who work hard to deliver services for all of us here in Grosse Pointe Park. I hope we all have a great rest of November with our family and friends, and we'll see everyone later this month for a joint meeting with City Council and the Planning Commission. We'll see you then.